Rhea Ripley to form a new tag team with former women's champion after WWE RAW. Exploring the possibility. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Jennifer. Have a nice day. For the WWE family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Rhea Ripley failed to secure the victory in the first round of the Queen of the Ring tournament on the June 9th episode of WWE RAW, where she took on Roxanne Perez, Liv Morgan, and Kairi Sane. However, Raquel Rodriguez interfered during the match, which allowed Perez to capitalize and secure the win in the end. On this week's episode of RAW, Asuka punched her ticket to the semifinals of the QOIR tournament with the help of Rhea Ripley. The Empress of Tomorrow defeated Ivy Nile, Stephanie Vaquer, and Raquel Rodriguez. This was the Japanese star's first match since May 2024, as she was out of action due to injury. Raquel almost had the match won until Ripley pulled her off the ring, returning the favor from her QOTR match. She took out Rodriguez with a riptide at ringside, helping Asuka capitalize and secure the win. The feud between the Eradicator and Raquel Rodriguez might intensify after what happened on this week's Raw. While Liv Morgan may be out of action due to her injury, Ripley is still outnumbered, as Rodriguez still has Roxanne Perez on her side. However, there is a chance that the 28-year-old might team up with the former WWE Women's Champion, Asuka. The Empress of Tomorrow's former damaged CTRL stablemates, Kairi Sane and Anoa'i Sky, are currently feuding with the Judgment Day, and the 43-year-old Japanese star could agree to team up with Ripley to take on a common enemy, Asuka, and Ripley could go on to challenge for the Women's Tag Team Championship in the coming weeks. With Liv Morgan seemingly out with an injury, Roxanne Perez could replace her and team up with Raquel Rodriguez as one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions. However, the above scenario remains speculative for now, and fans will have to wait and see how it unfolds in the coming weeks ahead of Evolution 2. The latest edition of WWE RAW saw Liv Morgan suffering a shoulder injury during her match with Kairi Sane. This led to the premature end of the bout, with Sane declared the winner. The Women's Tag Team Champion was rumored to face the Bella Twins for the title at the upcoming Evolution 2, but the injury could have altered WWE's plans. After being confirmed by Michael Cole that Liv had suffered a dislocated shoulder, she might have to vacate the title. With that being said, WWE might have to pull in someone to take her place and tag with Raquel for a potential title defense. This angle remains a speculation. Only time will tell what the company's next plan will be. At WWE WrestleMania 41 Night 2, IYO, Sky defeated Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley to retain the WWE Women's World Championship. After this critically acclaimed three-way bout, Sky and Ripley have teased another showdown, but also formed a tentative partnership at times. IYO and Rhea battling over the Women's World Championship feels like the kind of match that is worthy of closing the show in Atlanta on Sunday, July 13th. Considering their history together and tendency to deliver all-time classics, there might not be a better option to headline WWE Evolution than IYO Sky versus Rhea Ripley. Former World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE, Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley on Monday commented on fierce rival Liv Morgan's injury, calling out fans for their disgusting behavior. On the June 16th episode of WWE Monday Night Raw, one of the women's tag team champions, Morgan suffered a legitimate shoulder injury, which cast doubts over his ongoing and upcoming feuds, as well as the title reign. Morgan faced Kairi Sane in a singles match at the recent episode of Raw, and in the early phase of the match, the former approached Sane. Down on her knees, Sane performed a single-leg takedown on Morgan, who fell abruptly on the mat and injured her right shoulder. She yelled in pain immediately after taking the bump and rolled out of the ring as the referee barred Sane from performing another move. The show went into a commercial break, and upon coming back, seasoned commentator Michael Cole announced that Morgan had suffered a legitimate shoulder injury, and the match was called off. According to international media, Morgan was evaluated backstage, and the WWE was waiting to learn the severity of her injury and is yet to update on her potential return. Meanwhile, Liv Morgan's one of the biggest rivals in the company, Rhea Ripley came out for the former's aid and urged fans to stop celebrating an injury. PSA: Don't celebrate an injury. Disgusting behavior. Don't be like them, Ripley wrote on X, formerly Twitter. For the unversed, Morgan and Ripley remained involved heated feud last year, centered around the WWE Women's World Championship and the loyalty of Dominic Mysterio. Rhea Ripley took to social media to have her say on Liv Morgan's injury following her Monday Night Raw matchup was abandoned just seconds after the Bell. WWE superstars Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan may be on-screen rivals, but the Australian has slammed fans who poked fun after Morgan suffered a legitimate injury. Morgan was booked for a singles match against Kairi Sane on Monday Night Raw, but the contest in Green Bay, Wisconsin lasted only a few seconds. During a routine maneuver to start the match, Morgan landed awkwardly on her shoulder and immediately screamed in agony. Sane was not immediately aware of Morgan's injury, with referee Jessica Carr forced to step in and shield the New Jersey native, allowing her to roll out of the ring and sit against the barricade as she waited for medical attention. The 31-year-old, real name Gianna Daddio, was escorted backstage, and announcer Michael Cole soon provided viewers on Netflix with an update. Liv was helped to the back by medical personnel. We can tell you now that it appears that Liv has suffered a dislocated shoulder in that matchup, he revealed. Broadcast partner Corey Graves added, Unfortunate circumstance for Liv Morgan. We know this is a high-risk business, and every night, every competitor who steps into the ring puts their body at risk. Best wishes to Liv Morgan. Morgan is among WWE's most active stars. She is involved in multiple storylines, including her on-screen romance with Dominic Mysterio, and she is one half of the reigning women's tag team champions alongside Raquel Rodriguez. Ripley has been among her biggest rivals in recent years, but Mommy broke character in the aftermath of Morgan's injury on Monday night to send a blunt message to fans. She posted on social media, PSA: Don't celebrate an injury. Disgusting behavior. Don't be like them. Morgan, who is one half of the current WWE Women's Tag Team Champions with Raquel Rodriguez, was preparing to bump a standard takedown from Sun when things took an unfortunate turn. As you can see from the slow-mo footage below, Morgan landed awkwardly on her right arm, which caused the New Jersey-born wrestler to scream in discomfort as Netflix viewers expressed concern. One fan wrote, An awful injury, and I hope her recovery is quick, while another commented, No, this cannot be true. Praying Liv recovers super fast and it's nothing major. Moments later, Morgan rolled out of the ring and referee Jessica Carr was forced to end the bout, with Michael Cole later confirming that Morgan had dislocated her shoulder. After she was assessed by WWE's medical team backstage, PW Insider's Mike Johnson posted an update on Morgan after the match. It is 100% a legitimate injury, he said. For those who have asked with conspiracy theories that this was a way to write her out for an outside project, no, it was not. Morgan was checked out by WWE medical personnel as soon as she was brought backstage. WWE is waiting to learn the severity of the dislocation, which would determine how long Morgan would be out of physical action. He added, if it is a severe dislocation, it could be upwards of 16 weeks before someone is cleared for athletic activity. But again, this is all dependent on the final diagnosis in terms of how severe the dislocation is, and that has not been determined as of this writing. Johnson also confirmed that the incident is being seen as a freak occurrence, and there is no heat on anyone. Taking to X after Monday night's episode of Raw, two-time Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley addressed the injury to Morgan, despite their intense on-screen Riv Month. PSA: Don't celebrate an injury, she wrote. Disgusting behavior. Don't be like them. The news is certainly untimely for Morgan, as she was seemingly being booked to face Nikki Bella at WWE's all-women's pay-per-view Evolution next month.